All right, so we are now on to the baking bread stage, the best part. All right, so I'm gonna pull I have my dough still in the bowl here in the fridge. I'm gonna take that out. She got some weight to her. So it's only been about not a full 24 hours at the moment. Back you up just a little bit. So it hasn't been a full 24 hours. And like I said, this right here, I'm gonna bring you over. All right, that's what we're dealing with there. So this is gonna be 2 loaves of bread. Now I am only gonna make 1 loaf of bread for now. So what I wanna do, and she's very, as you see, pliable. So I'm gonna cut it in half is what I'm gonna do. So I am going to start the scale. I'm at 0 grams. I'm gonna go ahead and set this in there gingerly. And I am at right around 1800. That's about what it's supposed to be. So we're looking for 900 grams. What I'm gonna do, leave that there. I'm gonna get my scraper. So this is my cutter. I'm gonna cut it right in half visually. I'll take this side. That right there is 805, 840, 888. That's weird. 900 grams. So that right there is good. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll use this one there. This one, I'm gonna leave it in this bowl now. I don't need the big bowl anymore because I'm gonna let this other dough, you can make two doughs if you'd like. I will stretch it out a little bit. Fold it on itself, stretch it out a little bit. And then I'll fold it on itself again. All right, and then I'm just gonna put it right back in there. Cover it. And that's going back in the refrigerator. That'd probably be, I mean, you can bake it whenever you want. You can make your 2 loaves now if you want. Or you can save it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let the weight of this, so what I'm doing is I'm kind of making a rectangle out of it. Let the weight kind of pull it a little bit, and then I'm gonna fold it on itself. I don't know if you can see. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull you a little closer and angle you down. All right, so we got that rectangle. I'm gonna stretch it out a little bit. And then I'm gonna fold it over on itself. After I do that, now watch this, it's a braid. You pinch this in, you pull it up, and then you work your way up. So what you're doing is you're creating tension. That's what the sourdough needs, is tension. And you ain't gotta be gentle with it, that's for sure. And you make this is what we're gonna do. And you pinch it together. You wanna get it nice and tight. And this is still cold. This is still cold to my hand. I mean, you could probably, and it does tell you, generally leave it sit on the counter for about 10 minutes. But I think we'll be good to go with this. So what I'm gonna do is bend this on over. So I'm creating tension, as you can see on this side. I'm pulling it, and pulling it. And then I'm squeezing it together. And then when I put it in the batten, so this is our batten, right? What I'm gonna do is you gotta flour these real good. I'm gonna move this. All right, I'm gonna flour it up because that will stick on there. So I'm gonna put that back, and I'm just gonna work it with my hand. You don't have to, I might be using a little bit too much, but I can brush it off afterwards. I just don't want it to stick to this. I've had it in the past where I didn't put enough flour down and it would stick to this. So that's definitely more flour than I need, I can promise you that. But that's all good. So I'm gonna keep pulling this end in, pinching it, getting that tension on the backside there. Keep pulling that up. And then the thing is, we're gonna shape it in this batten. So I'm gonna put this over here. All right, I'm gonna put that there. And then we'll shape it. Now I have oval ones too. And the oval ones, you can just shape it into the shape of an oval. But I'm just trying to get that surface tension on the bottom side of it. But this is gonna rest, and we're gonna go ahead and do this again after it rests about an hour. So this is we're gonna cover this with parchment paper. And you really gotta squeeze this. Really squeeze it. And if your dough is real sticky, just keep a little bowl of water and dip your hands in it. And that helps with all that. Because I've had it where it's been super sticky. All right, so I am gonna let this do its thing. I'm just squeezing it. I'm pulling it up, pulling it out from the edges into the middle, and I'm squeezing it on there. And just work your way around and do it. And keep in mind, we are going to do this again before it goes in to the oven. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this up, and this is going to set. Let me take you back up. All right. So this here is going to set for 50 minutes, and once that 50 minutes is up, it's going to be an hour. So I'm going to be messing with it for those 10 minutes. What we got to do, you got your cast iron Dutch ovens. You can either use the one that's enameled, or you can use one that's not enameled. I usually use this one here, but I use both when I make my two loaves. You can use either or, it makes no difference at all, because you're gonna have the parchment paper in there with it. But I'll show you all that. So we're gonna let that sit for 50 minutes, and then I'll get back to you. I'll show you the next step. All right, so my 50 minutes is now up, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bend you down just a little bit. So I'm gonna take my Dutch oven, nothing in it, it's all good. Cast iron is the one I'm gonna use. That goes in the oven. Goes in there empty. And we're gonna preheat the oven to 450 degrees. Let me make sure I got that correct. I think it's 450, and it is, yes. All right, so I'm gonna let that heat up. While I'm letting that heat up, what we're gonna do is I usually give it some time, let that heat up a little bit. Once that heats up, I'm gonna come back, and we are gonna take care of this dough. We're gonna get it all pulled tight, have her all good to go, and we will get the bread in the oven. It's gonna be delicious. All right, we will see you back here in just a couple minutes. All right, that was a fast couple minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and bring her on over. And I meant to say earlier, if you don't have a batten, it's not a big deal. You can just do it right on the parchment paper, do your pulls. Let's see right now, I'm gonna go back in, get you close again, let you see what's going on. I'm gonna bend this bad boy down, and I'm gonna grab the edges, pulling the edges up, pinching them, pulling them up, and work my way around. I'm gonna get it all right into the middle, get some nice tension going on, all the way up like that, all the way around. Just work your way around. And this is what's giving you your shape. So if you have an oval batten, that's how you're getting it. So this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna go around again and keep it coming back up. It's good for it, nice and tight. And then we just, like I said, pinch it together. Don't be scared. Sourdough likes it rough. That is for sure. All right, so, and the thing with the tension is, once we get this all ready to go, which I think we're pretty good there, I'm gonna go ahead and put you over here, and I'm gonna turn this over onto here, and look at that, that came out just nice and lovely. So what I'm gonna do, I usually have a brush, and I've got it right here, and what I do is I'm just gonna brush that off of there, get all that extra bit off, and you can feel the tension in it. A lot of times I'll wait to, I'll let the oven preheat some before I do any of this. And I'm just taking that right on off of there. Since I've heard it none, okay. So, now that you're ready to go, so when this goes into the oven, all right, once the Dutch oven's ready to go, we're going to pull the lid off. We're going to pick this bad boy up like this, and this is going to sit right in the Dutch oven. Lid goes on it, and it bakes for 20 minutes like that. But all that tension needs a place to go. So this is one of the fun parts. You need handy dandy razor knife. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make one big score. I'm just gonna go straight across for right now. Give it another one, come all the way down a little bit. So this dough wants to explode. It wants a place to go once it's baking, all that heat, and that's gonna allow it to pop open like that. And I'll go ahead and a lot of times let me just do a smiley face for you. So not so deep. Just a little pattern. I can even make a little nose. Let's see how it turns out. Sometimes they turn out pretty good. Sometimes they don't. All right, we'll see what happens. And then I'll spin it around to this side. I'm gonna say I'll make a couple trees. How about that? We'll do that. And then we'll do small, larger, a couple larger. Just do a little pine tree. And then maybe I'll do another one over here. Same thing, not super deep. There we go. A little longer. There we go. I'm okay with that. And let's see what happens. I'll even do a small one over here. You can even put someone's name in there. I never tried it, but why not? All right, I think that's gonna be good. Put this back in its handy dandy little sheath. Okay, so now we are basically, let me raise you up. We're basically on a waiting game, waiting for Mr. Oven here to heat up. But in the meantime, that's what we're dealing with. She's all good, got the slice downer, nice big slice. And as soon as it's ready, we will pull that in, we'll pull that out, and I'll show you what I'm doing there. So we'll see you here in about a minute or so. All right, so our timer just went off, and this is how we're gonna do this. I'll put you right here. That way you can see the oven. Need my oven mitts. There they are. All right, so I'm gonna grab my oven mitts. I'm I'm gonna take the empty cast iron Dutch oven out. I'm gonna take that lid off. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna come over here. I'm gonna grab my dough, and she's gonna go right down inside there. Nothing special. Yep, she's just gonna sit in there just like that. All right, let me get an oven mitt on. I'm gonna put the lids right on top. Doesn't matter if that stuff sticks out, it's all good. Let me set you here. And you can see the oven, right? Yep. All right, this thing's hot, so she's gonna get in there right now. I'm gonna put 20 minutes. All right, timer, 20 minutes. All right, so in 20 minutes, all we're gonna do is come back, take the lid off. And then we go 30 more minutes. But you'll start to see how good it's looking after even just 20 minutes. But all right, so as far as the battens go, when I bought these on Amazon. Just look up sourdough battens or just sourdough itself or making sourdough. And eventually you'll see stuff like this. It was a 2-pack. It's got so basically what it is, it's like a wicker type deal. Now you can make it without the lining. I always use the lining. It says don't wash it. You just hand wash it. I don't even think they want you using soap on it, which I don't blame them. I never use soap on it. So really what I do, so as you see, I still have all my flour in here. All I'm gonna do is just go over the garbage, use my brush, and I'm gonna clean all that out. That's gonna be nice. It's gonna work good. Once that's cleaned out, I just shove them back in underneath the table here, and they're out of sight, out of mind until next time. But yeah, that's what I'm dealing with there. I recommend looking that up. Get those. I have a piece of loaf of sandwich bread I just pulled out of the oven. But yeah, I like using these. I think they work great. They're a good assistance in getting everything shaped. But yeah, that should be good. So in 20 minutes, we'll come back. We'll take a look at how she's looking, and we'll go from there. See you there. All right, oven has gone off. So what I'm gonna do, and I was wrong before. So this bake here, getting ready to take the lid off, was 30 minutes, not 20. So after we take the lid off, then it's 20. So I was wrong with that, I do apologize. So all I'm gonna do now is take this lid off, and I'm gonna get you close. Open her up, let you see what she's looking like. You can kind of see in there. It's getting there. You can see how that dough likes to explode out of the slice you make. It needs that place to be able to expand. So 20 more minutes now. Let me go ahead and hit the timer. All right, and yep. So as soon as she's 20 minutes is up, I'll show you what she looks like. Hopefully it's perfect. Can't see why it wouldn't be. See you in a couple minutes. All right, so the oven just went off. I'm gonna go ahead and take out. She's a hot one. Yeah, she's looking right good. All right, let me get you over here. All right, and you got that nice hard outer edge there. I'm gonna raise this up a little bit. I'm gonna drop you down. So this is the next step. Thermometer. All right, we're looking at right about 200 degrees is what we want. So I'm gonna go right in the middle, all the way to the bottom. I'm gonna come up about halfway through. And then what I'm gonna do is just take a gander at that. We want it to go up between like around 190 to 200. Let me see, she's still going. She's slowing down, that's for sure. She's over 180. She is pushing. Yep, she's still going. Now it looks like I'm right close to 190. So I am going to go ahead and leave her there. That is good to go. You can see it doesn't usually work great when you make your faces. You can kind of see it. Let me see my pine tree. Pine trees didn't work great, but she is going to be good. All right, so I'm going to set you down here. Excuse me, tickle in my throat. All right, I'm going to set out a cooling rack. I like the kind of cooling racks that have the feet on them where they can sit up. And one thing you gotta do, you gotta be careful for. Oh, let me raise you up a little bit. One thing you gotta be careful for is after this has been in the oven, and I am, right around 190. So I'm gonna say good to go with that. Once this has been in, this parchment paper gets real brittle. So careful. I haven't had one rip yet, but one of these days it's going to happen. Look at that, slides right off. Set that over there. Look at that. It's hot, but look at the bottom. All that is from the extra flour. We got our face. So no, not too bad. And we'll let her cool off, and then we'll cut her up. We'll cut a slice, butter her on up, and she should be delicious. It looks like it's going to be good. It was a good loaf. All right, so anyway, that is how you bake your bread, your sourdough loaf. I only did one loaf this time. Got a nice crust on it. It's going to be delicious. All right, yeah, just don't be afraid to do it. It's not going to be the same every time. You're going to have some dough is going to be stickier than others. Some dough, and you work with it. You can make it all work. Some of the flattest dough that I've ever had, real dense, where I thought it was just ruined. I baked it anyway, and they are some of the most delicious sourdough. Very, you can taste the sourness in it. It's very strong. So yeah, when it gets flat like that, when it gets really, really heavy, like when you cut this right now, it might not be super porous. A lot of air pockets. I'm sure there's some, but yeah, when it gets really, really doughy and heavy, it's not just, it hasn't gone through everything correctly. It will. It won't have any pores in it at all, like very little pores, like a sourdough should. But yeah, I can't wait to cut her open. It's going to be, they want you to usually let it cool all the way. Sometimes you just can't wait that long. So I wouldn't recommend cutting it right out of the oven. Just take your time, let it go a little bit, go find something else to do, which is sourdough is a lot of getting stuff ready and then go and find something else to do, coming back, next step. So that's a lot of what bread making in general is really, but yeah, I would say that is, just by looking at it, I think we got ourselves a good loaf. And that is all from scratch. That's a starter. That all started from just flour and water. Mixing it up, letting it do its thing, letting it combine, and here you go. And now I got starter in the refrigerator. I can just keep adding every time I want to do a loaf. You know, we go through the steps and you're going to end up with extra starter. You just add it back to your jar. So it's just, you keep recycling. If it gets to the point, so there's a lot of recipes that call for just starter. So you'll just put the starter in with your flour and all that, and you just, you know, make everything. And when you do those, that's when you start running out of your starter a lot. But you just pull it out of the refrigerator, get it to room temp, you feed it, let it grow, right back in the refrigerator it goes. It's super simple. Or just take a piece out, take a little bit out like you're gonna make, you know, make a bunch of dough. Do your whole setup where, you know, your starter works, activates, gets rising, and then just, you know, add it to the rest. Then you'll be all good. But we'll see you here in a couple minutes. We're gonna cut this bad boy, and I wish you could be here to taste it. But you'll be doing your own here soon. Bon appetit. All right, it's not all the way cool yet, but I gotta cut it. So I'm gonna cut it from the end. And this is my bread knife I use. It's my favorite. Not too bad. There we go. Not super porousy. There's some, probably more in the middle, the air pockets. But it is warm. That's probably going to be very good sourdough. Let me go ahead and try it. Of course. I'm going to take a little bit. I like the end pieces. That should be good. And bon appetit. It's got a nice flavor to it. It's definitely cooled off on the edges. Like that crispiness of the crust. Pretty good. And that is our sourdough. Hope you enjoy making it. Keep playing around with it. There's a ton of different things you can do. Just enjoy doing it. It's creating this delicious. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. See ya.